Hello all, and welcome to another 3-minute talk with your district social workers. My name is Brittany Buholtz, and I'm here with Sarah Hyatt today, and we're going to be talking about helpful language in supporting our students in navigating their big emotions and feelings, particularly in regards to anxious feelings. What we know is that anxiety and anxiousness come up for all of us at different points in our life and in different times, depending on what's going on. So all of these tools can really be used for other people as well, not just our students. And so the first step that is important when we are acknowledging someone's anxiety is to just validate their emotions, let them know that we hear them, that we're on the same team, we're going to work through it together. For students and for kids in particular, when they hear that we are listening to them, we hear what they're saying, it helps them start calming down to be able to engage with the tools that we will then work with them next and to be able to hear our language as being helpful. So an example might be if it's time for your kiddo to work on their schoolwork and you say, hey, it's time to go ahead and work on homework. Can you pull out your assignments? And they say, you're always on my back. I don't want to do my schoolwork and I'm not going to, okay? We're noticing that that is a response with the big emotion and they might be kind of nervous about something. So we might validate their experience by saying something like, hey, I can understand how you might not want to do your homework because it can feel real overwhelming to not know where to start. And last time you had to ask for help, I remember, you felt a little bit embarrassed, and it can be really hard to do new things and to learn something new when we haven't done it before. So letting them know that you're noticing their emotion, showing them that you can understand why they might feel that way by giving those examples really helps them calm down and hear, okay, you get it, and we can move on to these next steps of other helpful language that Sarah's going to describe.
So as Brittany shared, validation is really crucial. Instead of telling your child just to stop thinking about it or to calm down, those aren't as effective as saying, gosh, that sounds hard, or this looks hard for you right now. Tell me more about what's going on. Anytime a child is experiencing anxiousness, it's helpful to know what to do to work through that anxiousness. So coming up with a plan as far as coping skills, and so talking with them about what can you do when you start feeling those anxious signals or feeling anxious in your body, instead of just saying, oh, don't worry, you'll be fine, because typically that doesn't lessen their anxiousness for them. They just might not talk about it as openly. Or if they are nervous about going to an event or a gathering that they want to go to, instead of just avoiding that piece and saying, oh, you should just stay home if it's that stressful, you can talk to them again about, well, what can you do if you start feeling uncomfortable or feeling those anxious feelings, and coming up with a good plan. And also with homework, it's always helpful, and all assignments, it's always helpful to work with our kids to break it down into small steps so it feels doable versus feeling overwhelmed. Next week, we're going to do a 3-minute talk on building your toolbox of coping skills with your students so they can have a good plan of how to work through anxious feelings. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.